Welcome to today's pick a card reading. Today is going to be slightly different, for I set up an altar space to honour all of those past loved ones and ancestors that support us from the spirit realm. As you can see, the symbology of the 4 directions: earth, air, fire and water. And I also have symbology relating to the Isle of Avalon, the Lady of Avalon and Morgan Le Fay, and the Chalice Well, along with an Angel Kisses candle and Archangel Raphael incense, which is all about healing. So before I start the pick a card reading for today, I wanted to read a blessing for you all. And I wanted us to take some time to think about all of those that we remember in this moment, that we love so deeply in this life, who now reside in the other world beyond the veil. Today we honour our loved ones and our ancestors. We welcome our angels, guides and all other beings of light and love to join us in this moment. They watch over us always, protecting and guiding us, and today we thank them. The blood of our ancestors runs through our veins, their spirits are in our hearts, their memories are in our souls. Just spend a few moments thinking about all of those you have loved and lost. Silently speak their names. And I'm going to light a candle in their memory. I will allow this candle to burn on my altar space in memory of all your past loved ones and your ancestors. With the gift of remembrance, we remember you all, gone but never forgotten. You live on within us and within those who are yet to come. We are forever grateful for your everlasting love, guidance and protection. Namaste. So let's just finish the blessing by placing our hands in prayer position or gasho over your chest, and bow your head and whisper a sweet message to somebody that you've loved and lost, and allow this time to connect with them. I will now shortly start the pick a card reading, where there will be messages from a past loved one, your angels, ancestors and spirit animals. Also, there may be some general guidance from your spiritual support team about your journey going forward. We are grateful for their messages. So, welcome to today's pick a card. Today the messages are from a past loved one, your angels, ancestors, any beings of the highest light and your spirit animal. So before any reading, I always like to start by drawing a card from the Making Magic deck. It's just to set the energy for the session today. So these are the cards. And the card that I drew was this. So it's successful career, and it reads, a happy working environment, pay rises and promotions. So for anyone that is looking to change career, change job, or you're in a period where you're trying to find work, this is a real blessing. So it's saying that you're going to move into a happy working environment. So it could mean a new job that you enjoy. You'll be much happier within the energy of that environment. So you could be leaving a job where the energy match is no longer for you. It could mean that you're working from home, so you're happier because you're going to be in your home environment. It says pay rises and promotions, so you know there could be a monetary windfall on the way to you. So a bonus, pay rise, or the possibility of earning extra income. And so I feel like because the card is successful career, that this is a really positive omen for you, that whatever you end up doing, you will be very successful. And you'll be happy doing it. I feel like it's very much more in line with your purpose. So yes, this is a really positive card. If you are looking for work, then this opportunity is only around the corner for you. So don't give up hope. The perfect job is out there. So yes, happy changes in terms of work and career with this card. And so before I go on to the pick a card, I just thought it might be quite nice to draw a card from the Healing with the Angels deck, just to give us a general message to see what the angels want us to know. So I'm just going to put the cards over my chest, and I'm going to call in all the angels, all beings of the highest light. Please come forward for us now. Please allow me to pass on a message of healing, kindness, love and compassion to anyone who is in need. We thank you for your message. Just going to give them a shuffle and see what we have. So angels, what message do we have today? Oh wow, that one popped up, so let's trust in that. Wow, okay. So we've got the Divine Guidance card. Isn't that beautiful? So on the front of this card, it looks like there's this gorgeous angel stood on the clouds, holding out their hand to touch the North Star. So stargazing might be something that you enjoy doing. And it says Divine Guidance. So this to me would suggest that any messages that you are getting at the moment, you are being divinely guided. Your angels are all around you, as are your spirit guides, and they're ensuring that you are on the right path. Also, because of the star symbolism, I feel like it's associated with nighttime and so dreams. So you might be finding that you're highly in tune with spirit through dream time. So when we're asleep, all of our senses, apart from the sixth sense, are dormant. So that means that when we're asleep, when we are dreaming, we are more susceptible to picking up messages. And I believe the soul does leave the body when we sleep, and we go on wonderful adventures into the other world. But because we are human, we're not programmed to necessarily remember all of the information and the experiences that we have, because as a human, we're only conditioned to understand so much so we can embrace our existence as a human being, even though a lot of us are aware that we're more than that, that we are an energetic being of light, walking a human path. And so our true form is so much more than our flesh and blood. So listen to the guidance that you're receiving in your dreams. Keep a dream diary if you don't already. It's a highly intuitive time. Look out for signs, so signs from the angels such as silver coins, feathers, birds, butterflies, dragonflies. These are all ways in which the angels try and get our attention. So trust that you are on the right path and you're being divinely guided. So for the pick a card reading session, I've got 3 angels for you to choose from. So the first one is the rose quartz angel. So rose quartz is all about higher heart energy, mothering yourself, nurturing yourself, being gentle if you're going through a troubled time. So it's a very, very soft energy with the rose quartz. So group number 1 is rose quartz if you're drawn to this reading. Group number 2 is the clear quartz angel. So clear quartz is a master healer crystal. So if you're in need of healing, general healing for your well-being, whether that's physically, emotionally, or spiritually, then clear quartz is great for that. It's also connected to your crown chakra, so your connection with spirit and the angelic kingdom. And then group number 3 is the Opalite angel. And Opalite is all about psychic awareness, psychic sight, so very much third eye crown. So all about developing your psychic abilities and strengthening your connection with your own guides. So that's the Opalite. So just take a few moments to think about which of the 3 crystal angels you were drawn to, and then you can fast forward to the time stamp that's relevant for you, so you can listen to your reading. So the decks I'm working with today are Talking to Heaven by Doreen Virtue and James Van Praagh, the Guardian Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Bradley Valentine, the Keepers of the Light deck by Kyle Gray, Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray, and the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. Okay, so now moving on to the readings. So first of all, I'm going to start with the Rose Quartz Angel. So group number 1, this is for you. So I'm just going to make some space here so I can lay the cards out so I can see what we have for you. I shuffled the decks really thoroughly before drawing the cards, so I have no idea what's in each of these piles, so it'll be interesting to see what messages your past loved one, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, any other beings of the highest light, and your spirit animals may have for you today. So there's 3 cards from Talking to Heaven, 3 cards from the Guardian Angel Tarot cards, and then 1 card from Keepers of the Light, 1 card from Angels and Ancestors, and then 1 card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. So you would have been drawn to view this video today primarily because there may be a message from a past loved one who is now in the other, and they want to connect with you and send you a very special message today. So I'm just going to turn those cards over first to see what we have. Okay. So the first card is Life is a series of choices. Choose love. So I feel like with this card there may have been some kind of disagreement or conflict before this loved one passed away. It may be that it was a difficult relationship, a challenging relationship, so you know, maybe you didn't always see eye to eye in life. And it says life is a series of choices, choose love. And if you're holding on to any anger, disappointment, frustration or sadness, they're asking you to let that go now, and that what actually matters is love. Love is everything. Only love is real. And we wouldn't understand that importance until we pass over ourselves, because the love that resides in the spirit world is so, so great. And, you know, although souls can still cross over knowing that they may have done wrong, they heal and they learn to kind of view the experience differently and how that aided their soul growth. And so they want you to be at peace too. They want you to choose love. They want you to forgive. They don't want you to carry that burden or pain anymore. And can you see the clouds? I feel like you may even see in cloud formations patterns or you know, shapes which are significant to you. But you know, I think what they're saying is that you'll always be connected by love. So even if you regret your actions, your loved one understands your regret and they forgive you. They forgive you. They want you to forgive them if you obviously had some kind of conflict or disagreement. They don't want you to carry that with you anymore. They want you to free yourself. And it may also be talking about a conflict presently in your life. So if there is a disagreement with another member of the family, or if there is someone else that you're close to, that you know there's been tension or an undercurrent, basically your past loved one is asking you to look at that situation through the eyes of love, and that is all that matters at the end of the day. And the next card is, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. So that's really lovely, the way that I was explaining that when they transition to the other world, they have a life review and they understand things differently. They see it from a different perspective and why it was a lesson for them. And so basically what they're saying to you is, if you're going through a situation currently in your life, or you experienced a situation with this past loved one that was difficult or challenging, that even though you can't see why it had to be that way, one day you will, and you might not actually realise the lesson until you cross over yourself and you have your own life review. So can you see that they're placing the jigsaw pieces together? So it's basically saying to you, one day this will all make sense, but for now it's all about choosing love and moving on from it. And if you feel sadness about the fact that this person crossed over maybe too soon, or in a way that you didn't feel was fair to this person, they are at peace now. They don't carry any of the trauma or pain that they experienced in this life. They are free because they are their light selves, their soul selves. And they understand why it had to happen. And they ask that you try to let go of the need to know the reasons, because it will be explained to you one day. And just try and find peace with that. Try and find a space within your heart to make peace with that. And the last card says, I feel healthy and happy. So it just leads on beautifully from what I was saying, that once somebody crosses over, they're free from their earthly worries, they're free from their earthly pains and disabilities and health conditions. You know, they are free. Can you see how they're outstretched? And they're saying, I feel healthy and happy. So they're saying, don't worry about me. I am well. And I'm really happy, and I'm surrounded by so many beautiful souls that are supporting me and loving me, you know, and they want you to feel happy for them. Feel happy for them that they are now in a place of peace and love. And if this is about a situation that exists with someone else in your current life, you know, in terms of a disagreement, you know, I feel like this card is symbolic that there will be a reconciliation, that, you know, it's not set in stone yet, so you have got the potential to make amends with this person, and your past loved one will be there in the background guiding you to do this. So the next 3 cards are from the Guardian Angel Tarot. I'm just going to turn these over. So the first card is the Spiritual Teacher. I always think with this card, this gentleman looks a bit like St. Nicholas or Father Christmas. It says, the Spiritual Teacher, there are great rewards in spending time alone. Use those moments of solitude to focus on love and ways in which you might give to those around you. Shine your light as an example for others to follow. Seek out a spiritual mentor of your own if your life feels unfulfilled right now. So with this card, it's actually traditionally the Hermit, which is governed by the astrological sign of Virgo. And it's all about going on a journey of self-discovery, spending time in solitude, meditating and connecting with your inner self. So it's an inner journey. Because it's a Spiritual Teacher card, I feel like you maybe have a calling to be a spiritual teacher. And if you aren't already professionally practicing as a spiritual teacher, or in your spare time being some kind of mentor or guide to others, this is part of your purpose. So this is something that you will be doing. And, you know, it's saying that there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. And it's okay to be alone. That it gives you time to spend thinking about what it is that your soul wants and hearing that inner guidance. And it says, focus on love and ways in which you might be able to give to those around you. So how can you give to others? Shine your light as an example for others to follow. So is it your time to step into the spotlight and be a leader to others, inspire others? And it says, seek out a spiritual mentor of your own if your life feels unfulfilled right now. So basically your guardian angels are saying that it's now time, if you haven't already found somebody that can help you connect with your spiritual journey, now is the time to seek out a spiritual teacher, because through their support and guidance you can then grow and learn, you know, to become the spiritual teacher that you're meant to be. So that's a lovely message. The next card is 8 of Action. So this is the 8 of Wands traditionally, and it's the good news card. It says there's so much going on right now that it may feel overwhelming to you, and yet it's wonderful to be so busy with the work that you love. Express gratitude for the blessings of heaven that are taking up your time, even if life feels challenging. If you're asked to travel and to take a flight, then do so with confidence. So it might be a really busy time for you, but it's quite exhilarating at the same time, exciting. Some good news is coming in for you, and progress is happening for you in terms of your career. Rewards, recognition are yours, and some good news is coming very swiftly. It says there's so much going on right now that it may feel overwhelming. But it's wonderful to be busy. So it might be that your career or your business is booming, and so, you know, it could feel quite pressured, but it's good pressure and it's exciting because you're being very productive. And express gratitude for the blessings heaven are kind of sending your way. And even if life feels challenging, still express gratitude. And if you are travelling anywhere, then know that you're safe. And Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing, but also the patron saint of travellers. So call upon Archangel Raphael if you do need to travel anywhere and you feel worried about your safety and well-being. He will look after you. I also feel like it's a change that's coming in for you. So if you are looking for a new career opportunity, a new business opportunity, or to start your own business, this is going to take off and you're going to be very successful very quickly. So this is very exciting. And the last card is Five of Emotion. So Five of Emotion is the Five of Cups traditionally, which is a card of sadness actually, but it's never sadness that lasts for very long. It's more about kind of grieving the loss. It could be grieving the loss of job or career that you're closing the door on maybe. It could be relationships, it could be letting go of a relationship. And it says forgiveness is an important part of healing. Forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes of the past so that everyone can move forward. Grieving is a normal part of life. Ask your angels or those you love to help you move through the process quickly so that you can get back on the path to joy. So it is the grief card. You know, this could be grieving the loss of a relationship. It could be grieving the passing of a loved one. But you've got support around you. Can you see how this gentleman here is holding this lady's hand? If it's in relationships, they're pleading with you to give them another chance. You know, they want to make it work. Or if it's about grief, then you have someone that's close to you that will help you through this process. You're not alone. And ask your angels to help you move through this process. You know, so you process all of your emotions, you know, you feel what you need to feel. It's so important to not dismiss any emotion that you feel, to really kind of allow yourself to feel that, to process that. It's all part of loss, you know, and grieving the loss of anything, whether that's a job, a relationship, or the passing of a lost loved one. And, you know, within a week or two, you're going to be back on the path of joy, I feel, with this card. So, you know, if it's a relationship breakup, then, you know, you're going to feel sad about it initially, but trust that, you know, there's something better for you and you will be getting back on the path of joy very, very soon. So things will not feel painful for, you know, the long term. You will manage to come through this transition. Okay, and so the messages from, first of all, the Keepers of the Light. So which Keeper of the Light is with you? So you have Lady Nada. So Lady Nada is very, very beautiful, higher heart energy. Can you see all the pink roses all around her? And she's also thought to be an incarnation of Mary Magdalene. And it says heart awakening, and it says awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. So are you in need of opening your heart? Has your heart been closed because you've been hurt? You know, this could be the grief that you're carrying. You've closed yourself off to allowing love to come in. And Lady Nada is here for you now to say, now is the time to open your heart. Can you see how, you know, this rose here where her higher heart chakra is blooming, it's opening. And, you know, awaken to acceptance and divine love. You are divinely loved and guided. And it's all about giving and receiving in balance. So if you're somebody that's always giving and you find it difficult to receive because you're a natural helper, Lady Nada is saying to you, it's time for you to receive. Allow others to give to you, because you give so much to others, so now is your time to be rewarded. So it's this beautiful, nurturing mother energy around you. So do speak with Lady Nada and ask her for her divine guidance and her love. The next card is from Angels and Ancestors. And you have Snake. and it says shed old skin. So with snake symbology, I think of Kundalini rising. So there's an awakening, a transformation that is taking place. And a snake will shed its old skin so that it can be reborn. And are you going through this phase yourself, a phase of transformation, where you're grieving the loss of a past life in order to move forward on your new path? So it's letting go of anything that no longer serves you, shedding that old skin to be renewed. And, you know, you will be stronger for this transition. You know, I truly believe that. You know, and transformation can be painful. It can, because, you know, you're grieving the loss of this person, of who you were before this transformation. And maybe you didn't ask for this transformation, maybe this has happened because of unforeseen circumstances, and so that's a real shock. So it's just saying, just be gentle with yourself and take your time through this transition, take your time to heal. But you know, snake symbology might also be very significant to you in your life. You know, you might relate to this spirit animal. You might have a snake pendant or a ring, you know, so it's very much connecting with that spirit animal as well. And your spirit animal oracle card is Eagle Spirit. And it says, Spirit has your back. What a lovely card. So with eagles, I think of spreading your wings, flying free, soaring, flying above a situation to see the bigger picture instead of focusing on the smaller detail. It's, you know, rising above a situation. And it's saying Spirit has your back. So whatever you're going through, you are divinely protected and guided, and you are supported through this process. And, you know, again, eagle symbology might be important to you. It might be an animal that you already have a connection with in life. But look out for that eagle symbology as well as confirmation that the eagle is with you. So that's all I have for group number 1. I hoped that resonated for you. If it did, please give this video a like and please hit subscribe. If you feel drawn to, a small donation would be gratefully received, but of course this isn't compulsory. So I hope you enjoyed the message. So I'm just going to clear these away and I will move on to group number 2. So group number 2 was the clear quartz angel. Okay, so welcome group number 2. So the first part of the reading is a message from a past loved one in spirit. So you may have been drawn to view this video today because there is a past loved one that has crossed over that you want to connect with, and this is their message to you. I'm just going to draw these 3 cards first so we can work on this part of the reading. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is beautiful. The first card is, I will always point you in the right direction. So if you're feeling lost, if you're at a crossroads, your past loved one is saying, I am with you and I will make sure that you walk down the right path, that you are guided in the right direction. Can you see the compass as well? When I see a compass, I always think of Pocahontas and the fact that she has the magical compass that shows her the way. But also the message is to listen to your heart and your heart's guidance, because your heart is connected to the love of your past loved one, and so that is your way to recognise which direction you need to go in. And it's basically saying that no matter what you do in life, whatever you choose, they will always be with you to help guide you along that path. So in theory, you can't ever make a mistake, because you were meant to experience, you know, that part of your life, that chapter of your life. And it's such a lovely, reassuring message to know that they are still very much around you and are interested in what's going on in your life at the moment. So if you've been calling upon them for guidance or help in making a decision, they are with you. And maybe this card today is confirmation of the decision that you were thinking about making. You know, maybe it's about a relationship or a job or a business. But you know, they are pointing you in the right direction. And if you see anything that relates to that past loved one, or hear anything, so you might hear their favourite song on the radio, you might smell their aftershave or their perfume from when they were alive, you might smell tobacco if they used to smoke, you might hear them, you might see them in your third eye, you might see them physically. They might send you symbolism in other ways, whether that's playing cards being put in your path or feathers. You might have a particular bird that relates to this past loved one, such as a robin or a crow or a magpie or an owl. And when you see this animal, you think of them, or a fox. You know, it could be anything that reminds you of this past loved one when they were alive. That is confirmation that they are with you in that moment, and they are guiding you along your life path. So take that message as, you know, guidance from them. It says tears cleanse the soul. So this is all about release and letting go. And you know, this may have been a heartbreaking situation for you. It might deeply affect you today still. And they're saying that this is all part of the process, that it's healthy to cry. You know, this is cleansing of the soul. You know, the pent-up energy, the pent-up grief. It's important to allow that to flow so that you're not carrying that pain. Can you see how the teardrops are formed into a heart? So they know that the fact that you grieve for their passing, you know, you feel that you feel that void in your heart because they're no longer with you physically, you know, and by crying, it's honouring their memory, the fact that you loved them so well when they were here on the earth plane, and you know, you can't believe that they've gone. And the truth is, there is no death. So, you know, I believe that we are eternal beings of light, that we have many lifetimes, and so there is no death, just a change of form. And so, you know, we turn back into our original true form, which is spirit, our soul, our divine light. You know, that is what we are. The human body is just a vessel that carries us in this school, on this earth plane. And we will see them again, physically again. And they are always with us. We are always connected by the heart. So, you know, just remember that even though they've physically gone from your life, and that's hard because you want to hug them, you want to hold them, you know, they are still very much around you. So still talk to them as if they're here, you know, because they're listening. You know, talk to them, write to them. You know, text them, email them in any way that you want that gives you comfort. And, you know, by reaching out to them in some way, I am sure that they will find a way to get a message back to you, whether that's just, you know, an angel sign, you know, or whether that's actually, you know, a text message, or, you know, you find a card from them that they sent, you know, you when they were alive, and you know, that's confirmation that they're with you, that they're here with you. Or you find a photo of them, you're looking through your belongings and then you find an old photo of them. This is the way in which they reach you. You know, they don't have a physical body to be able to, you know, physically put things in front of you, so they have to be inventive and find interesting ways to make their presence known. So look for the signs. And look at this. I am not dead, which is exactly what I just said. You know, there is no such thing as death. It's a change of form. Yes, you're grieving the loss of their physical being, but there's so much more than that, as are you. And you've got the dove of peace here. They're flying free, they're at peace. You know, when I see doves, I think of my nan, because a dove came to me when she crossed over as a sign. So, you know, maybe the dove is significant to you as well in terms of your past loved one. Or white feathers. You know, white feathers are a sign that they're around you and they make their presence known in that way. But yes, you know, be at peace knowing that they are still very much with you and they will never leave you. You'll always be connected, so hold on to that. So next we're going to look at the guardian angel cards to see what messages we have. And I have to say, for the clear quartz angel pack, group number 2, you had some cards that leapt out. So I think these messages are going to be very important as a result of that. So the first card is Ace of Thought, which is traditionally the Ace of Swords. And it says, this cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. So, what brilliant new idea has come to you? This is such an exciting time. It's an intellectual solution. You know, maybe you've been trying to find an answer or you know, a solution to a situation you're involved in, and it's just come to you. And if it hasn't, then it will soon be coming to you. And, you know, they're congratulating you from the spirit realm on this brilliant new idea. It could be an idea to create something. It could be a creative project. And it's truly inspired. And it's important to communicate this vision clearly. You know, because there may be others that you need to reach out to help you implement this plan. So share your idea with others, knowing that it's safe to do so. And don't be dissuaded by any challenges along the way, because you've got the sword of power to cut through any obstacle, you know. So it's nothing that you can't overcome. Any barriers are just, you know, ways to challenge you. And sometimes it's a way to challenge your commitment and determination to make something successful. So see those as little lessons. And it says these are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. So you might find that, you know, you've got an idea and then a door closes, but another one opens, and that's because there's a better opportunity out there for you. You know, these are just little obstacles to kind of correct your path then. So know that if something doesn't happen, it's because it's not for you, it's not the right thing, and it's not the right time, and that the right thing will come along at exactly the right time and put you on the right path. So have faith. We've got another ace here, Ace of Action, or the Ace of Wands. And it says this cherub is heralding a time of wonderful new opportunities related to your creativity. So how interesting. I mentioned about creative ideas. Your career or pursuing your dreams. This is a card of action. And if you've been procrastinating, it's time to really get busy. It's also a great time to start a new business, have confidence in your abilities. Wow. So this is very much about pursuing your dreams, believing in your creativity, believing in your creative goal. It's taking action. So now is the time to start something new. And, you know, it's the element of fire. So you feel passionate about it. It's reigniting that passion to drive you forwards. And if you've been putting things off and delaying things, it's now time to get busy. The angels are telling you. So now is the time to start that new business you've always dreamed of starting, and have confidence in your abilities, because that inner confidence is what will drive you forward and make you successful. And the next card is Messenger of Abundance. So lovely. And it says wonderful news regarding your career. So there's a theme here. A new job, a promotion, or acceptance into an excellent school comes into your life. You might feel ready to do something that's challenging and fulfilling. This situation may involve someone who's fun to be around and sometimes mischievous. This person, who may be you, is youthful, optimistic, and very clever. So the Messenger of Abundance is actually the Page of Pentacles, which is associated with the element of Earth, and so the astrological signs of Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. If you're not one of those signs, it just means that energy is around you, which is very grounded and determined. That's got so all of these signs are very hardworking and have a good head for business. So it's excellent news regarding your career, a job, or promotion. Or maybe you are starting a course and you're being accepted into a college or a school. You know, and it's time to do something that's challenging and fulfilling. So if something's been missing from your life in terms of your career and not feeling passionate about what you're doing, now's the time to do something new. And it says this situation may involve someone who's fun to be around and sometimes mischievous, who is youthful, optimistic, and very clever. So is this you? Are you this person? So you're fun-loving. You're young at heart, you know, and you're always optimistic, gregarious, and very clever. And you sometimes doubt that within yourself. You doubt your abilities. But again, it's having that confidence that you can do it, you can succeed. So the next three cards, so the Keeper of Light that is with you is Mahavatar Babaji. Okay, and it says soul expansion, and it reads your consciousness is expanding, you understand the connections between all things. Can you see the Om symbol here as well? So you may be somebody that relates to Buddhism or the practices of Buddhism. You may be somebody that practices yoga or meditation. You've got sacred geometry all around his head here. It's very much cosmic energy, so higher realms energy. You may relate to the term of starseed. So we are all star children. We all came from the stars, but star seeds are the people that are awakened to this fact, that they know that they've had past lives on other planets. So is that you? It says your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. It's a card of oneness. You understand that we're all connected. You know, humans, animals and plants, we are all connected, you know, and so we need to love each other. It's that unity, harmony between all races, all religions, you know, and there not being any inferiority in the world, you know, that we find common ground because we are all children of the stars and you are awakened to that fact. So it may be that you are a highly spiritual being, that you are awakening to your higher consciousness. And this is a really exciting part of the journey because of having this light being with you. You know, they're allowing you to expand your soul with the experiences that you are enduring. The next card is from Angels and Ancestors, and it's Sun. Look at this. And it says, enjoy success and happiness. So it's a time of success and fulfillment, abundance. You know, when we think of the sun, it's that warmth, that radiance. You know, is it time for you to be happy? You know, happy news, success, prosperity, you know, and you deserve all of these things. And, you know, your ancestors and angels have come in today to tell you that you are so deserving of this. to enjoy your success, that you're entitled to an abundant life, as is anyone. So enjoy the prosperity that this card brings. Be the sun, light up the lives of others. And your spirit animal oracle card is the peacock. Peacock spirit, let it shine. So isn't that amazing how these cards connect? The sun and the peacock, let it shine. You know, it's your time to shine. And the male peacocks, they're just so beautiful with their colours when they open up their feathers, all the blues and the greens. You know, they're mesmerising. So have you been hiding a part of yourself? Have you been in the shadows? Now is your time to enjoy the spotlight and be recognised and rewarded. Be authentic. You know, embrace your uniqueness. Don't be afraid of who you are. Be proud of who you are and let yourself be seen. And look out for peacock symbology in your life as well. You know, if you're out walking in a park and you see or hear a peacock, or you're drawn to a peacock scarf or a dress or a pendant, you know, these are all ways in which peacock energy may be connecting with you. And, you know, it's one of your spirit animals. So peacock feathers as well, you know, that might be something that you feel connected with. So thank you, group number 2. I hope that makes sense. If you feel called to, if the message resonated, please do consider making a small donation. Of course, they're never expected, but always appreciated. And if this reading resonated, please do like and share and hit subscribe. So now I'm going to move on to group number 3, which is the Opalite angel. Okay, so let's see what we have for group number 3. Okay, so group number 3, if you're watching this video, it's likely that you have a past loved one in spirit that you want to connect with and they have a special message for you today. So the first 3 cards are their message. And you will instinctively know who this person is, who it is from. It's usually the first person you think of. Wow, look at this. The first card is, I have become one of your guides. So this past loved one is telling you that now that they have crossed over, that they have chosen to become one of your spiritual support team. How amazing is that? So they are one of your personal guardians and protectors on your life journey. And you may feel that in your heart too, that they're very much around you. And you see signs of their presence, you know, and look how they're reaching out to you here, giving you a helping hand. So it might be that you are in a position where you feel a bit stuck, you don't know which direction to go in, and they're saying, I'm here, I'm leading you in the right direction. Just trust that I am going to, you know, guide you down the right path. So how amazing is that, to know that they are watching over you, and they're not only you know, in the background, they're very much an active part of your support team, working with your other spirit guides and angels to guide you. And that is the role that they've chosen since crossing over. They want to be very much involved in your life and your soul's journey. The next card is, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. So because they are energy, because they are light, they don't have an earthly body, you know, like what we do. So our physicality limits us, you know, as a being. But they can be in several places at once. So, you know, part of them can be in the other, and the other part can be on the earth plane talking with you, so if you're having a conversation with them, they're very much there, you know, their essence is there, they're with you. And you know, they can travel wherever they want to travel. They can travel through other dimensions, You know, if there was a part of the world that they wanted to travel to when they were on the earth plane but they never had chance, then they can, you know, magically be there, like the unicorn. You know, they're magical. They have the ability to be in several places at once. Maybe unicorn symbology is important too. You know, unicorns remind you of this person. Or maybe it's just the purity and innocence and love of the unicorn that makes you think of them. You know, unicorns are ascended horses. They have a spiral of light from their third eye, which gives the illusion of a horn. And they're, you know, majestic creatures, but they're, you know, very high vibrational animals, you know. They are also angelics. They reside in the angelic realms, so they very much connect with the angelic kingdom. And so, you know, it may be that your past loved one is very much connected with unicorn energy and angelic energy, and they are sending you signs of their presence through unicorns. Or horses. If you see a white horse, that might be their way of saying, I'm with you. And the last card is My Mind is Free. So I feel like that's really connected with the unicorn symbolism, you know, the freedom of a unicorn. It's, you know, kicking up its heels, you know, because it is free. Its spirit is free and their mind is free now. So, you know, if they were somebody that on the earth plane, their health conditions made them feel like they were trapped almost in their body because they were so poorly, and they had disabilities or, you know, like really difficult health conditions, which meant that their mobility was difficult. You know, they're now free of this. They're free of that pain, and their mind is free. You know, so they are in a really beautiful place, and they want to share this with you. You know, this is almost like giving you a window into their existence now in the heavenly realms, that everything is peaceful and they are well. They're free of any earthly burdens. And, you know, they're now feeling at peace. So feel happy for them that they are now freed. So now I'm going to move on to the guardian angel messages. Okay, so the first card you have is Guardian of Thought, and it says you may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or find one yourself. This situation involves someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. This person, who could be you, may be emotionally unavailable. So what this means, the Guardian of Thought is traditionally associated with the suit of swords, which is all about rationality, logic and intellect. So it might be representative of someone that finds it difficult to express their inner emotions or feelings, that they can sometimes seem a little bit closed off, but it's because they don't always know how to fully express themselves. And this could be as a result of their past experiences. Maybe when they were younger, they didn't feel very much love from their parents or had affection, so they struggle to kind of demonstrate affection themselves as a result of that. It's saying that you're being called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. So maybe you're somebody that is a natural communicator. Maybe you are involved in work that is about communication or expressing your voice, whether this is singing, whether this is a motivational speaker, whether this is in the media, or you're a writer or a presenter or a YouTuber. You know, there's something to do with communication with what you're being called to do. And throat chakra energy, I feel that you're very much somebody that is very competent in front of the camera and, you know, expressing your opinion. It says your angels will give you the perfect words and you'll do brilliantly. So maybe you're being asked to do a speech. even, and you're worried about not finding the right words or saying the wrong thing. Or maybe you've got to have a conversation with someone that you don't want to have, but your angels are saying that they will give you the right words to say. So let go of the fear, let go of the worry. You may be asked to be a mentor, or you may be finding a mentor yourself. So are you somebody that other people turn to for guidance? You know, are you a coach of some kind? Are you an influencer? Are you a spiritual teacher? You know, these are all things that you may relate to. It says this situation involves someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. So you might very much be a visionary, someone that has a lot of ideas, you know, and very clever in that regard, but you struggle to kind of, you know, deliver those ideas in physicality. So you might need other people to help you bring your ideas to life, you know, have a support team around you to do that. So, you know, you're a very clever, intellectual individual. So it's all about having confidence in yourself, that your communication is one of your strengths. And even though you're a good communicator, you might be quite rational and cool at the same time. So, you know, you're very much somebody that is a thinker rather than someone that's ruled by their heart. You always kind of try and find solutions using your head. And you've got that ability to kind of almost distance yourself from emotions so that they don't kind of block you from achieving. I hope that makes sense. Also, it's to do with the air signs, so Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. So I don't know whether that relates to you or it's somebody that's close to you. You may have a sun, moon or rising in those signs. The next card is the Three of Abundance. And it says, your passions will lead to your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. So the Three of Abundance is traditionally the Three of Pentacles. So it's all about study, apprenticeships, being a specialist in your field, you know, building your knowledge. It's about pursuing your passions, because, you know, if you're passionate about something, that will lead you to your divine life purpose. And do what you love. They're telling you, do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Maybe you're a musician, because this angel is playing a harp here. Or a songwriter, perhaps something to do with musicality, dance, theatre, or it's just your creativity. So you're an artist, you're a creator, you know, you've got lots of creativity around you and creative energy. Learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, so become an expert. Get a mentor or team up with like-minded people to connect with others that share your vision. Maybe as a creative person you can collaborate with others, and that will lead to your success, because it says allow your creativity to soar, so have confidence in your talents. And the next card is positive recognition. It says congratulations. Your plans have worked out brilliantly and now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you and success is all but assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. Be open to unexpected opportunities. So you are going to have that recognition you are seeking, and it's a card of celebration. Can you see the sun on here? So it's actually traditionally the sun in the tarot. So the sun is all about bright new beginnings, happy times after dark times. It's about summertime. It's about radiance, joy, positivity. It's also associated with if you're expecting a child or a child is coming into your life, a little boy or twins. And it says your plans have worked out brilliantly and it's your time to shine. So, you know, it's your turn to have the spotlight. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you, and success is assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. So all of the people that surround you, especially if you're somebody creative looking to collaborate, you can trust these individuals. They've got your best interests at heart. So it's really important to be open about your ideas and know that you can trust them with your ideas, and be open to unexpected opportunities. So this is really exciting. So an unexpected opportunity could come into your life, whether that's career related, a relationship, you know, an unexpected pregnancy, you know, so it's being prepared for surprises, which will lead to happier times ahead. So moving on to the next card. So your keeper of the light is Commander Ashtar, and it says call to action, take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. So this is all about being a leader to others, inspiring others. Maybe you want to become a manager or a team leader, or you know, run your own business, and you have the capability to do that. You have it within you to be a natural leader. You know, take charge, take the lead, and lead by example, so inspire others through your actions, walk your talk. So if you're somebody that has strong ideas or opinions about something, you're basically being told by spirit to, you know, follow those through, you know, these ideas and beliefs that you have, express these yourself, you know, so that others can be inspired by you and what you believe in. It's very cosmic energy. So, you know, you might be very much in tune with star family that are around you in spirit. You might relate to the term starseed, so you know that you've had other lifetimes on other planets. Yes, it's very much that higher consciousness, that awareness of the fact that you are so much more than your human self. And expanding that consciousness. But it's call to action, so maybe it's time to take action on something. Have you been putting something off? Well, now is the time to move forward. The next card is from Angels and Ancestors, and it is Sage. Be devoted and committed. So maybe you're somebody that is a natural healer, or maybe your guide was a healer in a past life. It's peacock feather analogy here, which is interesting because for group number 2 there was peacock symbolism in that reading, so you might want to watch group number 2 reading as well, in case there's a message for you in there. And I don't normally say that, but on this occasion, because I've seen this, I feel like it might be linked in with group number 2's reading. So, you know, this Indian gentleman is a natural healer. Are you somebody that practices holistic medicine? Are you somebody that's into, you know, earth magic? Are you somebody that works with crystals, or would like to, or wants to get into energy healing? You know, your guide today has come to you to say to you that you have the capability of doing this, that you are a natural sage. You just need to be devoted and committed to this. What's interesting, I also feel like for some of you, this might be a grandfather figure that's with you in spirit, and maybe they were a healer themselves, or a mystic or a psychic, and you inherited your gift from them. And they're very much around you in spirit. It's like this really gentle, loving elder energy. And they want you to achieve, they want you to use your gift. So if you're being called to study plant medicine or other healing modalities, this is your grandfather or ancestor encouraging you to take this path. And your spirit animal card is Canary Spirit. And it says sing your own song. So how interesting. It's similar to the Commander Ashtar card where it says walk your talk. So it's a similar message, you know, if you believe in something, then demonstrate this to inspire others. Sing your own song, be yourself, express your individuality, your uniqueness. You know, are you a singer? Do you like to sing? Yellow canaries, does this remind you of your past loved one or a past loved one? Do you have a yellow canary? Is this a creature that you can relate to with its fragility? Do you sometimes feel like a cage bird and you want to spread your wings? You know, the canaries are quite often kept as caged birds, but actually because they're a bird, their nature is to want to be free, want to soar. And it's now your time to do that, I feel, with this card. Can you see sat on a flute as well? So it may well be that you are musical. I think we've already had a musical connection. Yes, free of abundance with the harp. So are you in a band? Are you thinking about joining a band? Were you once in a band? Were you a musician and you don't practice anymore? Is it time to practice again? Or is it just about your musicality and creativity and expressing that side of yourself, allowing your bright yellow colours to be seen, shine your light, share your gifts with the world, share your talents, and yeah, just speak your truth, share your voice, because what you have to say is worth hearing. So that's all I have for you, group number 3 and the Opalite Angel. I hope that made sense for you and resonated. You got a message from the reading. If you enjoyed the reading, please hit like, feel free to share and hit subscribe to my channel so that you can benefit from future updates and other videos that I post. And if you feel called to do so, please consider making a small donation. It's not necessary, but it's always appreciated. So that concludes the session for today. So I'm just going to place my hands into Gassho or prayer position. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to say thank you to all of our angels, ancestors, past loved ones, angels, and any other beings of the highest light that have been present for us today during our readings. We appreciate your guidance, your love and your support, and we will heed your messages. Thank you. So that concludes the end of the session. I hope to catch you all next time. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Mwah. Take care.